All right. Okay, so welcome guys to our coaching sneak peek. We're going to get to talking about all the things related to coaching. In the next hour, we're just going to talk about what coaching is, what to expect as a coach on our team, and how to earn income and become a successful coach. So just a little bit of background, our team is in the top 3% of Team Beachbody, which is the company that we work with. We are, as coaches, independent from Beachbody, so we're kind of like independent contractors, but Team Beachbody does have our back, so and it's an amazing company to be in partnership with. And so basically, I'm just going to be sharing with you what it means to be a part of our community and sort of the benefits of joining a top team like ours. So let me just tell you a little bit about how I became a coach. Like, how did I get involved in this opportunity? So when I first came across the opportunity, I was overweight. I was not in the best shape of my life at all. I was actually really struggling with my weight and with my body image, and I was really struggling with just finding a way that I could just be comfortable in my own skin. I had struggled with body image issues all through high school, and in college I got to the heaviest I had ever been from all of the late nights eating and going out every weekend and drinking a lot of beer and wine and just filling my body with awful things. And I gained a lot of weight from that. And I just was at a loss. At my heaviest weight, I was at a loss, and I knew that I had to make a change. So that's when I started trying to take care of myself. I went to the gym 5 days a week. I worked out 1.5 to 2 hours a day and did that for months and didn't really see the kind of results that I wanted. I still didn't feel that great about myself. I had only lost about 10 pounds in about 3 or 4 months, and it was really, really discouraging. And because I wasn't seeing the results that I wanted, I went on this roller coaster of me trying to lose the weight and then just gaining it right back. And it was just this constant cycle of me just feeling crappy about myself because I just couldn't achieve the goals that I set out for myself. So I graduated school, I moved states, and basically my health just went down the drain during those months when I was moving. And I, that was a huge change in my life. And of course I went right back to where I started at my heaviest weight. And I, just didn't know what to do. I honestly thought that I was just going to be that heavy for the rest of my life. And that was it. So for about a year, I had been seeing this girl on my social media. She was friends with all my friends. She went to the same school I did. And I had just been seeing her pop up on my Instagram and on my Facebook. And I saw that she was, promoting this coaching thing. I didn't even know what it was. I was just like, okay, what is this? I don't really know what this is. And just kind of kept seeing it over and over again. And, now I'm looking at it in a retrospective view and seeing that the universe was telling me the whole time that this is something I need to be doing, but I just was too blind to see it. It wasn't until I reached that low point in my life where I was just miserable. I had just started my first big girl job, and just hated it. I hated every second of it. I hated sitting in a cube 8 hours a day at a computer, taking orders from people that, I didn't really even like, and, just doing something I didn't even like to do. So it was just a really crazy experience when I decided that I was going to reach out to this girl I had been basically stalking for a year. I messaged her and I was like, hey, I've been seeing your post for a while, and I am really interested in what you do. Like, you seem really happy and you're really into fitness and stuff, and that's something I need help with. What do you do? So what she did was she stuck me in a group that answered questions much like this. I went through the group, I was active in it, and then I did nothing. I was terrified to start this journey. I was terrified to start. I was like, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I'm cut out for this. And then a couple weeks later, I came home from work. I had a terrible day at work. It was so awful. My boss was just being crazy that day. I just like was sitting at my desk all day, just hating my life and like just wondering, like, is this all there is? Like, is this all I get to do for the rest of my life until I retire and then die eventually? And I was just like, that just can't be a thing. And I remember, being in that Coach Sneak Peek group and just learning about the opportunity. And, I was like, I should have, I think I should reach back out to her again. Maybe this is something that I can do. So I reached back out to her and I was like, I'm in. I'm in. I don't really know what this is. I don't even know if I can do it, but I'm in. Tell me what to do. So that is essentially how I got started. I was honestly just fed up with the way my life was, and I needed a change. And I saw this girl, living the life that I wanted. And I just like, okay, I want to do this. Show me how to do it. So that's essentially how I became a coach. It has been the best decision I've ever made. And I continue to share this opportunity with people because of all the positive things that it's brought into my life. So that's just a little bit about me. So let's start getting into the basics of everything. So let's talk about first what we do as coaches. So essentially our job is to help people. We are the CEOs of our own businesses. We don't have a boss that we report to or anything. We work on our own time. We work where we want, when we want. So you work for yourself, essentially. So there's no one telling you what to do necessarily, and it's all up to you. But we do have a ton of awesome training. If I put you in this group, me as your sponsor coach, obviously I'm here to mentor you and help you be successful. So that's part of the gig as well. But our job is to promote a healthy lifestyle and to inspire others to join us on our journey and our healthy lifestyle. So basically, our job is essentially to just work harder on ourselves and do our workouts and eat healthy foods and share about it and show people that they can do this too. So basically, we get to help others be healthy and fit. It's as simple as that. We run our online boot camps. If some of you are in this group are already in my boot camp, so you kind of know what that's all about. But it's all done online, so that's a huge perk of what we do is that it can be done from literally anywhere. I know that when I was traveling over the holidays, going to see family, I brought my business with me because all I needed was a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection. So I was able to work and travel at the same time and spend time with my family. So yeah, that's kind of the awesome thing about this too, is that you can take it anywhere. And so a lot of times, so the reason that we even exist as coaches is that a lot of times people set out on a fitness journey. The Beachbody programs, you can go and buy them on Amazon. You can buy them through infomercial. But what Beachbody as a company noticed was that people will buy the programs and not finish them or not get the results that they wanted because they don't have someone there for them to tell them, and check in on them and tell them how to eat right. And, hey, did you do your workout today? They don't have anybody checking in on them. So that is the key factor in our job, is that all we have to do is check in with people that we are helping. That's kind of the reason we exist, is because most people don't have a coach checking in on them. They don't have the support. And then they end up just, kind of not really caring about what they're doing. They slack on their workouts, they slack on their nutrition, and they just don't get the best results. And that's really what Beachbody is all about, is helping people get results in the healthiest way possible. One thing that people are always wondering is, do I have to be a trainer or nutritionist? Do I have to have any certifications? And the truth is that you don't. If you, listen to my story, I had no real fitness background. I was really struggling with it myself. So we do not have to be trainers or nutritionists, because Beachbody already has the best trainers and the best nutritionists in the entire world that make these programs and these meal guides. And basically, it's all created for us, and we just take those things and we share them with other people. you can just match people to the program that kind of meets their goals. So like if someone likes weightlifting, there's a weightlifting program. If someone likes yoga, there's a yoga program that you can plug them into. Do they have bad knees or need something that's more low impact? I always tell people about PiYo. It's an awesome low impact workout. So basically all the tools they need to be successful are already there for them. We just get to be there for the fun part, which is, just keeping them inspired and motivated, and making fitness fun. So that's essentially what it is. And just building a community of people who are all working on their goals and want to stay motivated and kept accountable. So that's myth number one busted. So you're probably wondering, how do I find people? So how do I find these people that want to be in my challenge groups? So like I said, all the work that we do is mostly online through social media. So our team will provide you the best training on social media that there is. Like I said, we're in the top 3%. So we have some awesome training that you can plug into and learn everything you need to know about how to find people through social media, how to build those relationships, and how to make new friends. So all of that stuff will be provided for you. So if you're kind of nervous about that idea, don't worry about it. I was nervous too. I was not about like reaching out to people. Like I didn't want to feel like salesy or gross. Like I was like, I don't want to push people into buying products. Like I don't want to be that person. And the good news is that you don't have to be that way. All the training that's provided for you is super awesome, and it'll teach you like how to build those relationships and how to talk to people without being a salesperson, and utilizing your own story and your own experience to get people inspired to join you. So all you really need to start is a story and how you got started with your own fitness journey. And many people will find that they relate to that story, and they're going to want to join you anyway. Or you could be sharing about your results and people are like, hey, what are you doing? I want to do it too. Like, show me how to do it. And that's an easy way to get people to join you as well. So that's pretty much what we do as coaches in a nutshell. We share our healthy lifestyle. We run our online boot camps. And as a team, we just help people reach their health and fitness goals while also creating a business for ourselves. So that's it pretty much in a nutshell. So after all that, I'm sure you have some questions. So let's talk about some frequently asked questions that I get all the time when I'm talking to people about this opportunity. So common question number one is, but I'm not in good shape. Like, do I have to be in good shape? Do I have to have results to be able to get started? And the truth is that you do not have to have results. Again, my story, I was overweight. I did not look like a coach. Like I was overweight. I was unhealthy. I had no fitness background. So you definitely don't have to be in the best shape of your life to be a coach. And honestly, for me, I felt like I was more successful as a coach because I wasn't in the best shape, because I had these transformations that I was posting, once a week, showing people how my life was changing because of this. And then people wanted to do it too. So that, and that's human and that's relatable, and people like seeing that. They don't want to see people that are already like super buff and have six packs. They want to see real people have an actual story and a transformation. And that's what's going to inspire them to get going on their own journey. Okay, so what is the time commitment? This is another question I get a lot. So one of the best parts about coaching is that you are in charge of your own business. So you can put as little or as much time as you want into coaching. We have a lot of coaches on the team who work full-time, go to school full-time, have internships, animals, kids, you name it. They have commitments. We all have, obligations and time commitments that we have to take care of. That is just part of our life. And our time is scarce for the most part. So when you're really busy like that, our team members work what we call power hours, where we focus 1 to 2 hours a day growing your business and learning the basics and really applying what you're learning in your training. So our team has created this power hour training that teaches you what specific activities you need to be doing in order to be successful. So to think that you can build a successful business in just 1 to 2 hours a day, or even if you wanted to break it up 5 hours a week, is a really awesome thing to think about. and we're going to get to talking about money a little bit, but there are people that have built 6-figure incomes on an hour a day. It's completely possible. And it's something that you can definitely do and make time for. So if you have on average about 1 to 2 hours a day where you can work on a business that's going to bring in some extra income for you, this is definitely something that you can squeeze into your schedule. I know for me, like I looked at my day and I was like, there's some things that I could probably do less of, like watching Netflix, taking that nap after work, just kind of goofing off on Facebook, not really doing anything productive. I was like, all those things that I'm doing, I could cut those things out and I could have, a couple hours a day to work on something that's really going to change my life. So that is kind of how I saw it. And I know that that's a really easy way to see it for other people too. Okay, so common question number 3. What does it mean to be a part of your team? So the team that you join, so there's like 500,000 coaches in the entire network, and they're all part of different teams. And the team that you join is really important because you do have a choice with who you sign up with and who your sponsor is going to be. So basically, your team is going to be the people that you're putting your faith and trust in to help build your dream business. And I take the success of my coaches very seriously, and I work really close with them to hit the ground running as a brand new coach, and so that you can do the things that you need to do to hit your goals. And there's a reason that our team is actually in the top 3% of Beachbody, because we are an awesome team of really hard workers. We're really motivated, and we have some really awesome training from top coaches in the network. Our upline coach in our larger network is the number 3 coach in the entire company. So you can imagine what kind of insight that she has. And she shares all of it with us. Everything that she does and all the resources that she has, she shares with us. So basically all you need to do is take that and apply it. And that's basically all that I've done the last 6 months, is just take what I learned in my training and applied it. And it has worked really, really well for me. So you don't necessarily have to reinvent the wheel. You can just, take what other coaches have done and just rework it to make it work for you. So basically, all you really have to do is say, why not me? Believe in yourself and think why you want to do this, and think about what having a 6-figure income could do for your life. The freedom to not have to go to work if you don't want to, the freedom to be able to put money away for a savings account. Those are really, big picture things that I think about when I think about what this business can do for people. I know for me, it's going to be a huge impact. A huge thing that I've always wanted to do is travel. And having a 9 to 5, I was never going to be able to do the amount of traveling that I wanted to do. Just because, most jobs, give you, anywhere from 7 to 10 vacation days. And that's just not enough to, a year to be able to do the kind of traveling that I want to do. So knowing that I can take this business anywhere I want and make money anywhere in the world, is a huge motivator for me, because I know that I can kind of move around and travel and do the things that I've always wanted to do, while working this business. So think about how this business could help you achieve those long-term goals. It's a pretty awesome thing if you think about it. So yeah, sounds amazing, right? All of it sounds pretty dang cool. But then you're like, okay, how do I actually earn money doing this? So can you actually earn money doing this? Yes, you can. So when I first started, I did not have the initial startup costs in my bank account. I just didn't. I had just moved. I had just started my new job, so I hadn't even gotten a paycheck yet. And I was I was pretty strapped for cash. So I actually had to borrow the money from my dad. I said, "Hey, Dad, there's this thing I really want to do, and I really, really want to do this. And could I borrow, $140 from you just to get started?" And he's like, "Sure, if you pay me back." So that was an awesome motivation for me to make that money back. And I did that within about 2 weeks. I was able to take the training that I learned and just hit the ground running and really, push myself to be able to make that money back. and be able to pay my dad back. And after that, once that initial investment was paid off, I started making in profit about $100 a week, which is pretty awesome. It paid, for extra things like going out to eat, maybe some fun weekend getaways with my fiance, getting some extra workout clothes, like some fun stuff that I want. So that was the cool part about, just getting that extra $100 a week. And the cool part about income in this business is that it grows over time and is compounding. So the longer you stick with it and the longer that you, just keep applying that training, that your income will begin to grow. And I've noticed this with me, being consistent with the business for about 6 months. My income from when I started has actually increased by 5 times. It compounds over time and it can keep growing. There's no cap to how much you can earn with this business. There is a millionaire club in this business. There are people that make, crazy amounts of money every month, like things that you don't even hear about with this business. So just something to think about. It's not something where you're going to get rich quick, but it is something that you can build over time and absolutely make a steady income doing. Now, I will tell you that Beachbody does not guarantee any sort of income. Your income is a direct reflection of how many lives you are changing. So how many people you're helping getting started with their health and fitness, with the coaching opportunity, and how you're helping those people earn their results. If you're not doing your job, you're not making money. That's kind of the end of it. So it's not something where you sign up and then you make money. You definitely do have to put the work into it. But that's the cool thing though, is that your income is a direct reflection of the amount of lives you're changing. So it's really cool. Like as you see that number grow, you're thinking like, wow, that's a lot of lives changed. And that's a lot of people that I've helped. And that's something that's extremely rewarding and fulfilling for me, which is something I've always wanted in a job. I've always wanted a job that was going to give me that sort of fulfillment. So if you have a passion for helping others and you can show up consistently for an hour a day, you can totally do this. Like I said, there's no cap, and you can grow this business to astronomical places if you wanted to. And beyond income, we also get a lot of perks. I remember my first month as a coach, I got a free yoga mat for doing my job. Beachbody sends us little gifts when we hit certain milestones. So I got a free yoga mat. This month I'm getting free Energize, which is our pre-workout. So they send you little gifts. And then I also send little gifts to people who are doing really well in the business too. So you get lots of fun little things. And then also there are vacations involved. So something really, really cool that Beachbody offers us is the Success Club trip. So basically with Success Club, that's just helping 3 people a month. If you can help 3 people a month consistently for 12 months, you get an all expenses paid vacation for 2 people. This next year in 2018, the Success Club trip is to the Riviera Maya, Mexico. So all expenses paid. You don't have to pay a penny if you just help 3 people a month for 12 months consecutively. Doesn't sound that hard, right? I mean, it seriously is so simple. You get this awesome vacation just for doing your job. So those are some things that you get outside of income that are also pretty cool. So, okay, so now you're thinking about all this and you're like, okay, this sounds really, really awesome. This is something I want to do. So, I know I can, help 3 people a month, but what does this cost to get started? So the good news is that you can open your business for pretty much nothing. We get our new coaches started with a story. And so this business is not a product business. We are a relationship business. So we want you to be able to share your personal story and your personal experience with our products with other people. So we're going to talk goals and figure out which program would be the best for you and be able to start your story. And then you're going to be able to go online and share about it. So since this is all about sharing your story, we get you started with a challenge pack. So with the challenge pack, you'll get access to hundreds and hundreds of workouts through Beachbody On Demand. So you will get, basically the Netflix of workouts at your disposal. I love it because I can just kind of pick and choose what program I'm going to do next. I don't have to go out and buy the next program and wait for it to come. I get access to all the workouts that Beachbody has, and I can just kind of go from, a different one every month if I wanted to. So you get access to all of those workouts. Meal plans are all included in that. You'll get these awesome color-coded portion control containers that have absolutely changed my life and go along with the workout programs. So they're awesome. You'll get 30 days of Shakeology, which has also changed my life. I was never a shake person before I became a coach. I was really, really skeptical of Shakeology. I was like, I don't really think I need that, right? And then I started researching it and started seeing like all the awesome stuff that was in it. I started researching all the ingredients and making sure it was like all sound and everything, because I definitely didn't want any like soy or artificial flavors or anything synthetic. Like I didn't want any of that in anything I was eating. And the awesome and when I found with Shakeology is that it is so awesome, and there's none of that in there, and all the ingredients are really, really good for you. Superfoods, antioxidants, probiotics, like all this awesome stuff that you need on a daily basis. So you'll get 30 days of that, and then you'll get started with our amazing training and one-on-one mentorship from me. So you get all of that for $160. It's a pretty dang good deal, if you ask me. And that costs way less than opening up your own business. Like, let's think about, opening up your own business. How much would that cost you? So, for example, it costs $45,000 to open up a McDonald's franchise. That's just for the brick and mortar. That does not include training employees, hiring employees, all the equipment, all of the advertising. Like, that doesn't include any of that. That's $45,000 to open that up. And to think that you can open up this business for $160 is freaking amazing. And to think that you can earn that investment back within 2 weeks like I did, or even sooner if you wanted to. There's no limit to how much you can earn with this business. So $160 doesn't seem so bad, right? So the other cool thing about this too is that there's no contract. So you can pretty much do whatever you want with this business. Excuse me. There's no minimum quota. There's no minimum, no quota. That 3 people a month is really just, is just a way for you to kind of gauge your success in the business. But if you just wanted to help 1 to 2 people a month, totally up to you. If you wanted to go a month not helping anybody, I don't know why you'd want to do that, but if you did, no one's going to come after you. You are your own boss. And so you have your own business, and there's no one, checking up on you necessarily to, make sure you get this amount of people in a group. The only monthly fee that we have is our $15 a month fee, which covers everything you don't want to do, like customer service, coach relations, all of our websites, our coach online office, shipments, orders, fulfillments, order fulfillments, advertising. Like, you don't have to do any of that. And this was a huge, huge seller for me, because the last thing I wanted to do was to have a whole room in my apartment dedicated to Beachbody products. Like, I didn't want to have to store a bunch of stuff in my apartment. I don't have that big of an apartment. I was like, there's just no way. So not having to order in product for me to resell was really, really awesome. I was like, okay, cool. Like, I just have to send people to this website if they want to order. And it makes it a whole lot easier. So that $15 a month, 100% worth it. It's all the stuff that you don't want to do. So, and you're going to be making this in your coaching business, so you won't even notice it. Like, you're going to be making back the $160. You're going to be making that $15 a month for sure if you're working the business. So you won't even notice that money's missing, because you're going to be earning back that initial investment. That is pretty much all I have right now. I would love to open it up to questions. If you guys have questions about anything, feel free to put them over in the chat, and I can answer them for you. I'm going to drink some of this because my throat's a little sore and I'm coughing. So if you guys have any questions at all, definitely throw them in the chat box and I can answer them for you. All right. So let's see. I'm looking at, okay, I had a question pop up. Let me see here. I had a question pop up about, is this a pyramid scheme? I get that a lot. And a lot of people don't understand what a pyramid scheme actually is. So I just ask people, like, what is a pyramid scheme? Like, what do you think that is? So basically, if you don't know what a pyramid scheme is, it's an illegal business. And so I can tell you right now, Beachbody is not an illegal business. It's a legitimate business. It's been rated an A+ by the Better Business Bureau. So you don't have to worry about that. And basically what a pyramid scheme is basically like someone earns money based on how many people that they sign up. So, and I can tell you that I don't get anything for signing new coaches up. The only time that I ever get anything for signing up new coaches is when my coaches are being successful and helping people with their health and fitness. And there's an exchange of a product or a service happening. So with a pyramid scheme, there's no exchange of a product or service happening. You're just recruiting people. And that is definitely not the case with this. So I get that question a lot. Okay. Any other questions, like anything you have for me about what I do every day, or you know, how you get started, or anything like that? I can help you answer those questions. I'll give you a second to think about it if you need it. No questions? Nothing at all? Okay, got a question. Okay, so is there only a $15 per month if you're actively selling it, or is it constant? As long as you are an active coach. So basically, to be an active coach, you have to have a minimum personal volume coming in, which is basically just a personal order. So with this, we make sure that you always have that through Shakeology Home Direct or the Performance Line, just to make sure that you have that personal volume every month. So that's what it takes to be an active coach, is to have that personal order coming in every month. So as long as you're an active coach, you'll be paying that $15 a month to keep your websites active, to keep your coach online office working. So that's essentially what that pays for, is to keep all those websites running and going. The only time that ever stops is if you were to cancel your account, which you can do at any time. I don't recommend it, because if you decide that you want to come back, it's really, really hard to come back. It's really, really hard. You kind of lose a lot of credibility with people when you do that. But you can cancel your account at any time, and that's when that $15 a month will stop. Any other questions? People ask me what this yellow drink is all the time. It's my Energize. It's pre-workout. I drink it even when I'm not about to work out because it's good. It tastes like lemonade. It's awesome. I love it. I just recently bought this. It took me 6 months in the business to buy Energize. I had tried it before, but I'd never bought it necessarily. So yeah, it tastes like lemonade. It's delicious. Okay. Any other questions? Anything you're wondering about? Just about getting started at all? Okay. I think that's pretty much all I had for you guys. So if you have any more questions, feel free to message me. If you're friends with me on Facebook, feel free to message me. or email me at haleybakerfitness@gmail.com. That's also a good way to get in contact with me. And if you are ready to get started, we actually have a new coach training that starts tomorrow, April 3rd. So if you're like all in and ready to go, now is a great time because we'll be starting our new coach training tomorrow. So let me know if this is something that you want to do, and we can get you set up for success. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you hopefully on our team page. See you guys.